All right, thank you, Mr. Knight. We'll start with general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items, and we've provided up to 1 minute per person for a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content to matters which are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board, and the board may not take any action on matters discussed during the public comment period. We'll start with in-person, and we will start with Goat Puppet.
Morning. Los Angeles is a dirty N. Why do I relate a dirty N word? Because nasty Los Angeles continues to discriminate against the public when it comes to curb ramps and sidewalks. I just heard this morning in transportation, you spend up to $6,000 on a fucking bump on the road. Do we really need that shit? Maybe you should cite people for speeding. Maybe you should stop these assholes in government for saying it's okay to drink alcohol till 4 a.m. That would reduce the problem, not this bullshit of $6,000 for a goddamn hump on the street when the goddamn ramps off of, what's this shit over here, Spring and 2nd Street by LA Times on the corner doesn't have a curb ramp. And it's dangerous. Fuck you.
All right, Mr. Knight, would like to go on to the virtual platform?
Very well. President Carson, we'll go ahead and start with Audit LA.
Good morning, everyone. I want to discuss the L. Ron Hubbard Way and the fact that it is not open for parking, and there needs to be parking. And I also, speaking up against any kind of street vacation, because they already kind of got one by making it a no parking street and the endless permits. While they're not endless anymore, thankfully, that's declining. But still, you know, there's issues with the people needing to visit the hospital at Kaiser. And I had somebody from Kaiser yesterday come up to me at City Hall and thank us for what we're doing and advocating, because it's important to people at Kaiser that, you know, about the planters, about the street being open for them to get through, and also parking. They have a lot of people that are visiting there, and the city will not make it, they keep telling people who are visiting the hospital. And so here there is parking. There's no proof that the city has that it's not parking, and yet nothing's being done. So I'm asking you guys to please, like, put it, it's all, a lot of stuff going on with that one street, and I'm asking you guys to do what part you can do to make it, to ease the burden for the community.
Thank you, Audit LA. That's 60 seconds. We'll move next to Jill.
I'm going to continue to harp on the fact that we do not want a street vacation on L. Ron Hubbard Way. The reason why they're doing that is because it's a cult and they're hiding their crimes against children and other people. There was a case in Waterbury, Connecticut, where the person was held captive for 20 years, and he set a fire to get himself out. The woman who held him captive was Kimberly Sullivan. So please, we have a lot of Kimberly Sullivans that are running the cult, that are holding people captive, that are helpless, that want to escape. And if you close that road off, you're totally imprisoning them even more. Do not do it. Have a heart. Look at what's going on in the world of child trafficking. Bye.
Thank you, Jill. We'll move next to Gigi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so I want to echo what Audit was saying about the street vacation. I am totally against the street vacation. We saw that Clearwater, Florida had sold a street to Scientology. You guys need to do the opposite. You need to tell them no when they approach you. Or if they give you some like crazy amount of money, like $500 million, and it legitimately makes sense, okay. But do not sell it for like 1.3 million. That's ridiculous that Clearwater gave in to Scientology. And just realize how valuable that road is, that street is, not just to Scientology, but to us and it's valued at way more than 1.3 million. So get $500 million for it at least. You should actually put metered parking there. It would help Kaiser out. There should be parking there. If someone's listening and got a ticket on that road, challenge it, because there is no proof that there's no parking on L. Ron Hubbard, and people need to follow through and actually push it and see where you guys can prove it.
Thank you.
And since you, okay.
Thank you, Gigi. We'll move next to Henri. Go ahead.
The city is broke, and your own city controller has said so. Over $1 billion are lacking. How do you make more money legitimately? I know of a perfectly legal way. You prosecute Scientology for the repeated 5611 and 5612 violations on their blue building campus on L. Ron Hubbard Way. They owe you $2 million just for those planter violations alone. $2 million, okay? Go collect the $2 million. And on top of that, you add the parking meters on that public street, because they, again, are violating the law, putting up their own fake signs. And Bill Delvac and his little simp buddy, Daniel Reardon, have the audacity to lie to the city and try to get an illicit and unlawful street vacation. Do you know what happened in Utah? Over 91 cases came forward for the LDS cult of child abuse, but they didn't just go after the cult. They're going after the city officials, too, for allowing the institutions. That means you. And LA and all these other places are next.
Thank
So
you.
do your part.
Thank you. And President Carson, I do see an additional hand raised on the Zoom platform. We have also received an additional in-person public comment card.
Let's go with the Zoom platform first.
Very well. MD Media, would you like to offer public comment this morning? I see that you've unmuted. However, I'm not receiving any audio input from you. Please speak loudly and clearly into your device.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, go. Would you like to offer public comment?
Yes, general comments. I'd like to call in about, I was at City Hall on Saturday for the hands-off protest. I looked up and I noticed our flags over City Hall are tattered. They look terrible. Please have those replaced. All 20 flags. There's 19 American flags, and then there's a POW flag. Every single one of them look absolutely terrible. It's a disgrace to this city. Please look into this. I'm going to call in every day until this is taken care of. Thank you.
All right, with that, we'll close general public comment for today's meeting and move on to multiple agenda item public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment for up to 1 minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item. And I believe the only in-person card we have for multiple agenda item is Goat Puppet.
Regarding your 6 p.m. Public Works meeting, fuck all items, especially the one on sidewalks, because you continue to have a programmatic problem with the sidewalk and streets in which the public pays for. That is very discouraging when you hear about a $1 billion deficit, $24 billion stolen on homelessness, and yet you want to kick people off a public sidewalk and street. This is how America is doing to the population of ignorant, stupid, incoherent taxpayers that don't.
Which item are you speaking on? Please
I'm
stick to the
sorry,
item.
lady. Take that mask off. I don't know who the hell you are. Are you a bandito or what? Yeah, I'm on item number 1. Repair program. Isn't that have to do with sidewalks, goddammit? Doesn't have to do with fucking curb ramps, goddammit? Doesn't have to do with fucking infrastructure, goddammit? Where's the service? $24 billion stolen and unaccounted for by this fucking government. And not one goddamn person in here, not one goddamn taxpayer has the balls, the nuts to speak up against where the fucking money goes. We're going to put $6,000 into a program for sidewalk repair on number 1, bitches. Or as the lady in the mask said, stay on topic. No, fuck you. I am on topic, biatch. Why do you wear a mask? Are you
Is
afraid
this
of
about
me?
the bid?
Are you afraid of me?
Can you
Do I
please stay
have
on
a
topic?
disease?
This is
Sir,
I'm
regarding the
please
just
bid.
disabled. I'm a disabled
stay on
man
topic.
with mental
This is
health.
your one
And
warning.
I'm dealing with these fucking issues.
This is your one warning. Please stay on one of the agenda items.
Yeah, sorry, asshole. So long as I'm alive, so long as God wills me to speak about the issues and the bids and the program and the service and the activities, it's all connected to a broad umbrella of the ADA Title II, in which this city discriminates against people like me with mental health issues. It's the only way I inspire myself not to kill myself is to come here and vent and speak the facts, Jack. Now, if I were wrong, that security guy would be up my ass right now. Or LAPD would be in here and shoot me like they shot that fucking Chinese
Comments
guy
have nothing to
downtown.
do with bid item number 1. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Knight, with that, we'll go to multiple agenda item comment on the virtual platform, please.
Very well. Thank you, President Carson. I'd like to make a brief announcement that I've confirmed, Board of Secretariat staff is confirming that the visual accessibility of the Zoom platform is available to attendees on the Zoom platform. So for those of you who are not able to see the two cameras showing the commissioners and the speakers, you may want to sign out and sign back in because we do have visual going out. And we'll start for multiple agenda item commentary with Audit LA. You'll have 3 minutes to offer your multiple agenda item comment. Please identify which item you're speaking to. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. And just to let you know, though, I only see the board, not the audience. But, okay, I want to start with number 1, and that is with the sidewalk repair. My chair right now is very broken, and part of the reason why it's broken is because I traversed a lot of miles back and forth on these sidewalks and streets, and it's killing it. It's breaking it. But then the insurance doesn't allow me to get a new one or repair because you have to wait a certain amount of time. So it's devastating, and it devastates me personally to see that this bid is only, it's a $2,000 bid. I get it. Maybe you're just doing for one little, I don't know what it is, but I wish we would see like the other one that has the 8 million, how many millions for a theater? Like, why can't we take those millions for a theater and the other agenda item and cancel that? Because do we really need theaters? I'm not saying we shouldn't have theaters. That's not my point. But like I
Audit
said
LA, you have
before,
60 seconds per item, and you did identify that you were speaking on item 1. It's now time to move on to a
well,
different item.
I'm combining the two, okay? Because I'm using two art things and I'm comparing them. That we could.
Which other item other than item number 1 are you speaking on?
The one about the theater, I don't know the number because I don't have an agenda with me. I'm not in person. So the one about the theater, all the money going towards the theater, Miss Happenstand, and give me my time back, please. It's all, you should know your agenda. Okay, so instead of building that theater, have Disney build the theater, put that millions of dollars towards sidewalk repair. We need it. We need curb cutouts. We need, and then, and as far as the other one, if you need me to move on, fine. The lake. I am terrified. Like, I have a friend who goes shrimping, and I'm like, I'm terrified. Like, I
Please
wouldn't
identify
eat
which item you're speaking on.
the one, and I hope you pause my time, Mr. Knight. The one about the lake monitoring. Okay, you're asking for a lot of money for lake monitoring. Okay, and I'm saying I have fear of our water. So if you let me finish, I have fear of the people fishing and stuff in our waters. Okay, so yes, I want things monitored, but monitoring isn't enough. What happens beyond the monitoring? Will that monitoring just fall flat and that's it? Okay, we monitor it, there's problems, but will there be follow through in cleaning our waters? Because I do care about our fish and our, the wild gaming and stuff like that. It's disgusting. And also the other one about the one where you're increasing yet again another bid. All these massive increases, it's continuous. We're in a $1 billion budget. There has to be better oversight. There just has to be. Whether it's, they can't just keep coming
Thank
back
you.
to the trowel.
Thank you.
Is that my time? Okay, I hope I had my full time though.
Thank you. That's 3 minutes. And we'll move next to Henri. Please identify which item you're speaking on as you start your presentation for each, as you start your comment for each item.
Yes, hi. I'll be speaking on all agenda items here. I'll go ahead and start with number 1. Why is it that this board has such disdain for the disabled? I witnessed my friend Audit LA, who you just heard speak several times, on the sidewalks that bids like this, projects like this, keep saying they're repairing. But I know from a fact that Ulysses Grant, a council member, has literally admitted, knowingly, that your department takes minimum of 10 years just to even consider a repair, let alone actually execute. It takes about 20 years to actually execute the repair of a sidewalk. So 20 years that you're sitting there hating and stewing on the disabled population, and you're never actually taking care of them. And so that begs the question, where is that money going, and where is it coming from? Well, I can actually answer that, all right? For a fact, we know that these people doing the bids are actually good friends of Mayor Karen Bass, and she gets major kickbacks from it. But that's not even the worst of it, okay? That's not even the worst of it. You could actually get that money legitimately by prosecuting violators of LAMC 5611 and 5612. Scientology owes you $2 million. You could easily actually execute that project well under a year. They have the money. It's in their banks. Go get it. Go get the money. $2 million. They owe it to you, all right? You could easily use that money to actually execute and finish agenda item 1 within time. Not 30 years, not 20 years, not 10 years, but now. You could do that now. That's a legitimate way to make money. I know the city loves corruption, but that's a legitimate way you can make money. Moving on to, we have the tiny home shelters. I know for a fact, okay, I know for a fact that not only the solicitation of those bids, but the actual developers are close friends of Karen Bass, and those kickbacks from those developers go straight to the many umbrella branch organizations that tie into Inside Safe. What are you going to do when the feds that launched the task force to audit the homelessness program, and allegedly that the city, especially this particular department, is claiming to address the issue of homelessness? Knock on your doors and ask your family members to turn over all your computers, all your cell phones, and all the other shit that you guys are clearly defrauding the city of money. Moving on to number 3, we have yet another tiny home shelter. We know for a fact, again, same developers tied into the whole fraud that is Inside Safe, and now there's a whole task force from the feds coming to you guys. The doors will be knocking. That money is fake made up money that you stole from the taxpayer, and we know it to be true. That's why the task force is in existence. Same for number 3 and 4. Those tiny home shelters,
Thank you.
one of the actual $250,000 donations came from a celebrity
Thank you.
who's tied with
That's 3
Karen
minutes.
Bass.
And that concludes multiple agenda item commentary on the Zoom platform. President Corsing.